Hello, this is Secular Parenting. I am Ginger Jesus, and today I want to talk to you about chores, allowance, and teenagers. All right, don't forget to do the stuff. Hit the bell, subscribe, and ask questions. This is a conversation. All right. All right. My oldest child is a teenager, right? Or entering into teenager. She's 14. Um, do you remember being 14? Chores? They literally sucked. So this is what we're currently dealing with. Now, up until this point, our parenting techniques, the stuff we learned from books, the stuff we studied and did our best and looked at our own stuff and tried to be better people, all that stuff has been working so far. So we've decided to keep going. But at this point, we don't have an older child to model to say, hey, look, it's working. Because she is the oldest child. And now we're reaching a point in her parenting. It's become more challenging as she gets older. Because she's understanding. She's starting to figure out her own personality. They do this. It's natural. But I still need the dishes done. Now the thing is that she does dishes 2 days a week. Monday and Tuesday. It's very simple, right? And keep in mind that me and her mother have completely switched gender roles. So I'm at home, 3 children, all of them going through whatever it is they're going through, and my wife is at work. And it works for us. It actually does. I love doing it, and she loves her job, so it's beautiful. Last night we're in the office, this beautiful room we're sitting in here, and we're discussing it. And the idea of allowance comes up. From her, my wife, not my daughter. Allowance? The dishes aren't even done and you're talking about an allowance? The actual dishes from tonight were still in the sink. And now my wife is talking about an allowance. No. No, she can't have an allowance. The hell's wrong with people? Then I'm sitting there. I'm like, well, she needs to learn how to manage money. She does. An allowance is the best way to do that. So yeah, she needs these skills. She does need an allowance. I was just so angry about those dishes. Because that's how I was treated as a child. If my chores weren't done, any chores weren't done, I didn't get any privileges. It was an all or nothing deal. So I just learned how to live without those privileges. I didn't care. And I'm thinking, how can we make her value the idea of receiving money for doing things without getting her to the point where she just gives up and learns how to live without money? Because she's been living without money, spending money now for a while. Of course, the answer to that is to have a scaled allowance. You do your chores, you get so much money. You do all your chores, you get all the money. You don't do any of the chores, you get no money. That's what we're going to do, and it worked. But I had to sit there and I had to think to myself, okay, these are two separate issues. She needs an allowance because she has to learn how to manage money. But at the same time, the way you get money is by doing things. It's economics, right? Simple. But I can't teach her how to value money if she doesn't have it. I also can't teach her how to value saving money if she doesn't have access to it to save. Now keep in mind, she's really good at saving money. When she was 10 years old, she saved up to buy her own 3DS. I mean, she is fantastic. To this day, whenever she gets any kind of money, she still takes part of it and sets it aside. She saves her money. She's really good at it. We don't have that problem, but we still need her to learn how to manage her finances. And just because your kid is saving, good at using money, is not an excuse not to give them any more. That's just stupid. Because I know you all were thinking it. Well, if she's already good with money, why does she got to learn how to use it now? Really? That just teaches your child not to show you they're good at things. I mean, how would you like it if every time you came to your boss and said, hey, boss, check out this cool thing I did, and the boss said, great, you're doing that forever. Well, fuck you, I'm not showing you shit now. Excuse the language. You get my point, though, right? You think your kids are the same? You think your kids are different? No. Like, it's not hard. But I was angry. Like, just, oh, so seething angry. But she was right. And when I said, but what if she doesn't do her chores? My wife said she does almost all her chores. She just hates doing dishes. Like, what chores? All she does is dishes, Mondays and Tuesdays. That's the only thing I got her doing. And then my wife was going, well, what about the kitty litter box? She cleans that out twice a day. Ah, crap, she does. And then she's all like, what about when she parents? When she babysits? When she watches her sisters? Like, I don't have her do that much. My wife's like, I ever do that a lot. Okay, she helps out. She does things. Fine. She deserves it. She does. She helps. I'm so angry about those damn dishes. We've all been there. You've been there. Don't even lie. Think. You were 14 once. How did it feel? Every small mess up, just everything got taken away? Did that make you value hard work? Didn't work on me. So that's the question, isn't it? How do we teach our children to value hard work? Nobody likes doing dishes. Nobody looks at a clean, empty kitchen and goes, I did a good day today. I was productive. I value what I did. No, we look at a clean kitchen and go, oh, thank God that's over. I'm almost 40 years old. I still think that I'm going to lie to my kid and tell her the satisfaction of a job well done. There's no satisfaction of a job well done. There's, yay, I get to go play video games now. Right? They're chores for a reason. Nobody likes doing them. Your 14-year-old kid isn't any different. But I need her to do the dishes. And I need her to do the dishes without me telling her. So the best way to do the dishes without me telling her is to say, you know what? You didn't do the dishes. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take a little bit out of that allowance. Suddenly the week starts rolling around and she gets used to spending that money at school. She does do high school part-time. We do mostly homeschool, but she does high school part-time. She gets used to having that spending money at school, popping money in the vending machines for little snacks, buying little trinkets. Next thing you know, the week is still going, and she runs out of money, and she realizes that, oh, maybe if I just did the dishes, I'd have more money. So that's what we're hoping for. That's the path we're taking, and I'm really hoping it works. But oh man, I'm worried it won't, and I'm worried we're just letting her do what she wants. I know the science is there. I know the research is there. It's just really scary, you know? But that's it, right? So she said, all right, we'll give her this much a month, split up into weeks. And so the decision is made to give her all of last month's allowance up front. And I was like, minus 25% because the dishes aren't done. Why did I say that? Why? My anger at tonight's dishes have nothing to do with the allowance issue. They're two separate lessons. They're two separate moralities. If I'm trying to teach her to work harder to earn more money, I need her to know what having that much money feels like. I need her to understand the benefit of having cash in her pocket and the desire to want more cash in her pocket, because that is how you survive in a capitalistic society. Was my anger at those dishes helping her learn that lesson? I don't know. Honestly, I'm still a little up. I'm still a little on the fence about it. I mean, I get that the research is there, and I get that the basic principle is there, but it's still kind of a scary thought. Am I being too permissive? I don't want to be permissive. I don't want to be totalitarian either, but I don't want to be permissive. I'm trying to walk that fine line. And that's the problem, isn't it? Once you get to the fine line, you start dealing with shades of gray. Anyways, what do you think? Sound off. Especially the dads out there. You guys who aren't the dads out there who spend their days at work, the dads who come home and then have to deal with all this stuff. How does it feel? What do you go through? I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you want to know from a guy who stays at home all day with his kids? I mean, is there a question you've always wanted to ask a stay-at-home mom, but well, let's face it, you didn't want to come off as condescending? Ask away. I will answer any question you send me so long as I think it's relevant. Because honestly, I'm here to help. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to learn. And the best way to learn is to teach. Ask away. Worst case scenario, we all mess up together, right? Alright, I am Ginger Jesus and I am out. Be good to yourselves out there.